guys, today another day at power plant. It's Sunday, I'm here with Andrea. I got a problem with the Seacock and the valves. There are a problem in the old valves I installed last year, and I will show you in a moment what's happened.
These are the valves that I installed last year. They are made of bronze, but the inner core and the sphere is made by brass. Bronze and brass can create a galvanic current, and the result is what you see in this photo that a friend sent me after seeing my video. I was immediately alarmed. Over 2 days I disassembled all the 5 valves underwater, and I arranged to buy the new one from Guidi that are approved by RINA. The name of these valves are Alex. I'm sure in this case there are no problem. I also have been confirmed by the Guidi, the producer, that the old valves are not suitable for underwater work.
Andrea is take out all the valves. Insane.
All my Seacock are crap stuff. Before installing the new valves, me and Andrea, we finished the work we had left hanging. That is the connection for electric bilge pump with the manual one. In this way, I have one single hole outside the boat where 2 bilge pumps come out, the manual and electric one. I feel slightly more safe. Andrea take a lot of attention to cut the correct size of the hoses and check before installing. This is a very clever connection. It is useful to connect 2 bilge pump, manual and electric, in one only hose that goes outside of the boat. All the stainless steel connections are made from my friend factory that work for Benetton boat, and is very good welding man and make a very nice stuff. So anytime I need a piece of stainless steel or some modification or side connection, Andrea, another friend that I have, helped me a lot to make this type of material and items. And here we are. Andrea is in the stern of the boat inside. This is the flow jet for freshwater pump, and this is electric water pump. Andrea now is checking the best routing for the hoses to go inside the boat to outside the boat. Andrea is making a hole in my boat because in that hole the freshwater hose pass through and go straight to the main water tank. Andrea is doing another hole to pass the pipe that will bring the drinking water on the kitchen tap. We will use a foot pump, so if the electric one fails, we always have drinking water inside the boat. Guys, I'm sweating a lot to pass this big, huge pipe to this narrow space. This huge, big, wide pipe is needed to connect the water intake to the main drinking water tank. Okay, we have finished with the water tank pipe, and now we move with the diesel pipe. This huge black pipe is needed to bring the diesel from the diesel intake to the main diesel tank in the center of the boat. But unfortunately, this hose is not good. You can see just now is bent and is not made for purpose. So Andrea decided to take out and we'll need to buy a new one, better quality and with the metal spar inside. The new valves. Guidi valves. Guys, those are the valves, Alex valves. You can see are very huge and very strong. I'm very happy to go with this type of system. Uses this system to install the new valves. I think are the best one and the more reliable.
Io metto così, così è chiuso. Andiamo così, così dritta dritta.
It's time to cut the hole that connect the Seacock and the drain of the cockpit.
Allora,
And now it's time to install the valves on the bow. This is the water intake for the head. This is another safe Alex Guidi. After this installation, I think you can install your own valves because it's a great do-it-yourself tutorial for Seacock and valves inside the boat. Installing the Alex valves inside the head and the shower, we had to remove the blue cover because with the cover we could not make the valve turn 360 degrees. It's a piece of cake, but easy to do.
il cappellotto per qua.
And now it's time to install the last one just in the sink on the kitchen. And this is the most tricky because the spaces are very narrow, but I helped Andrea to do this type of job and all went very well. To close and open the Guidi, you need to make 5 turns on the right or 5 turns on the left. It's not too much, but safe.
Sì, qua.
Questo.
Andrea is checking any part of the lid and sign which is the position of any items. This is the bronze flange that need to be used to completely close it and make watertight the diesel tank. Andrea is checking that all the screw holes are aligned, because once installed there is no risk of disassembling everything because the hole does not fit together. So we spent half an hour to check any single holes and try to insert the screw. But surprise will be next. And now it's time to go. We check if the seals fit the holes, and all is perfect, cut and drilled. This is the silicone that we will use to make watertight, with the seal included in the lid tank. This is the bronze flange that will be inserted inside a diesel tank and need to firmly close the lid. You can see here the big mistake I did. I used the Allen screw to tighten the water lid cover of the diesel tank. This is very problem, because if you ruin one, you completely fuck up all the work. We struggle a lot to tighten the instrument that measures the level of the diesel, because the hole of the flange was too small. So I need to make another huge holes. So we move with other works, and one of those one was to connect the main pipe to the water tank. But before do that, we need to install the connection. Yes, it's tidy work. I'm very happy. And now it's time to connect the water intake on the bow with the water tank of the bow. But we make to use this reduction of diameter of the hose, because we start with 50 and we arrive with 32. Andrea decided to use a 38mm steel tube, so the bilge pump suction tube is perfectly perpendicular to the bottom of the bilge. In this way it works very well. We will test soon if it works, but I think it's a good idea, because we have a perfect flat tube on the bottom. The next day I went to Andrea's factory, who helped me to make bigger holes in the flange where the fuel return and the fuel level should be installed. In this way I use 5mm bolts, and I will be sure that I can tighten well the flange, avoiding the escape of diesel fuel. Had good cleaning, and the lid is ready to be installed another time. Okay, I come back to Hellos and start to spread the silicone and start to install the flange again alone. Was quite a piece of cake, but after Andrea explained me how to do was more easy. With the hexagonal bolts you can tighten the tank lid very well and be sure that nothing could happen.
You can see the squeeze of the seal. I use a silicone especially made for diesel and oil to preserve the spill, and you can see all the bolts is tightened. Now we'll install the sander, and this is the gouge. And guys, this is from Hallberg-Rassy parts.
A good cleaning to take out all the silicone.
And this is the last one.
I bend the return hose because in this way the turbulence of the diesel that come back from the engine doesn't disturb the diesel intake.
It's definitely all okay. I need only to fix this one, but I wait Andrea for the sender and the return to understand the correct installation. So guys, if you like my video, very long video, please thumb up and enjoy the video. If you have any comment, please leave your comment below. I'm very happy to reply to you. And the work on Hellos still going on, a lot to do. Thank you for watching, and we see you in the next episode. Ciao!